Hey guys, it's Hazuchi here. So here, we want to take a look at the new unit that just came out, Old Landius. My thoughts on how to build him, why you should be running him in PvP, and other things. So let's get started. There are two classes you can run Old Landius as, which is the Mage class or the Holy class. I suggest going with the Holy class just so you have an additional weapon choice in Gift of the Eternal Life, which I'll get into later. You do lose out on a bit of magic defense, I think, but it's not that big of a deal. So, some things that you really want to know and keep in mind when you're playing Old Landius is this unit is not affected by melee damage penalty, which means you can actually melee attack into enemy units, even though this unit is a ranged unit. And when Old Landius dies, he dispels all debuffs from allies within 3 blocks. So this is really good, just so it dispels all debuffs. Like I'm pretty sure Weiler only dispels 5 debuffs when he dies. And then you drop the field here, which is very nice. You should be trying him out in the trial stage, just to understand how you're going to use the field here effectively. So as for skills, you'll likely be running with these two skills all the time. The 3C Wave Whisper. Important things to note here is this Landius aura is the same as the one that regular Landius aura have, so they don't stack. It deals damage in 3 straight lines, and then it's like 5 range long, and then knocks back all units hit by 2 blocks. This is very useful if you want to knock back the entire enemy team, or if you just want to drop the field that limits the flying and cavalry movement types, or if you want to knock somebody out of guard range. So you can do a lot with just this knockback. The other skill, Light Array, you want to always be taking this, or probably most of the time, just because of the cooldown here. It only has a cooldown of 2 rounds, and the field lasts for 2 rounds. So you can drop this field pretty much whenever you want to, even though when you don't even have to hit a target. You just want it down just to prevent the opponents from reaching you that early on. Like if your opponents have like a D-Lit, Juggler, or some sort of unit that can immediately engage on you, you can reduce that mobility and then get into a better position for yourself. The third skill, the passive here, you'll most likely be running the revive here until maybe 5 or 6 stars, then at which point you might consider running Lightning Strike instead. Lightning Strike very strong against cavalry, very good against cavalry Landius as well. And then we're going to be running some standard stats here. Int health, reduce crit chance. You can run skill here as well if you're worried about Omega. As for the soldiers, there's really only one choice here in Crystal Warlocks. The only other units are like Train Guards and Wizards. You might use Train Guards if you're facing a lot of cavalry units, if you really know that they're going to be running cavalry on you. Otherwise, you're going to be running Crystal Warlocks here. You can reflect physical damage taken. So if your opponent is running like assassins like Hiei or something and they try to attack into you, you're going to be doing full damage even if they're attacking in melee range. And you're going to be reflecting a lot of damage back, so this could be very good. I mean, you don't really have any other good choices here anyways. There are a few choices on equipment here. One of the weapons you have is the Miracle Staff, which of course have a chance to randomly debuff the enemy. It's not really a strong debuff like silence or anti-heal or anything like that, but it's something at least. The other weapon is the Gift of Eternal Life. You can start using this at maybe 5-6 stars earlier if you really want to. Just so after battle you can heal a random, or actually the unit with the lowest health here. So this can heal if you're attacking into opponents. And then you heal back up, and the soldiers also restores 30% of their health. Like, after combat, you heal back up to full. Pretty good. For robes, you have a choice of Death Robe, which reduces the chance of being critically hit by 40%. Or you can use the one Tenuous Robe that increases your health by 10%. This one is better for surviving AoEs, and the Death Robe just reduces your chance to be crit by a lot. This is 40%. You have 30% from his aura, and then you have up to 20% from this Arena Mastery. So against like Kie and Josh, if they don't crit, you should be fine. The only issue here is his low health, and right now mine's only at 3 stars. Later on, it will be a lot tankier. And as you can see, I'm just rolling for all this health and chance here. For the hat, you have Soul Stealer, 50% chance to silence the enemy, one random enemy within 3 blocks. Or if you have Tenuous Hat, you can go this route as well, get some random buffs, like Tenuous Breezes, that's always good. And then for accessories, there's quite a lot of options here. One of them, Vidar's Rolls. So this build is just trying to annoy the enemy as much as possible, get some debuffs, dispel, apply silences, and then just use AoEs a lot. So that's one way to use them. Some other things. I don't really recommend Star Earrings, don't really do anything. Shouldn't be worried about assassins hitting you when you have a revive passive. Dimensional Jewel can be okay. This does increase your flat health by quite a bit. When stuff like Vidar's Rolls doesn't increase your flat health here, the Holy Ring doesn't increase the health here as well. So this could give you some increased survivability against AoEs. Also, being able to reduce your cooldowns by 1 at a pretty low chance is okay, I guess. So this is not bad. You can go Goddess tier, it doesn't really increase any of your main stats, but it's okay, you can be a support for the team if you really want to, and if you have extra Goddess tiers lying around. Might work. If you're in the front lines with Old Landius, which you probably will be, you can consider using Holy Ring as well. Just being immune to silences means you'll never get shut down when you really need to cast a key skill like 3C. Meditation Ring can also be a okay choice if you're facing a lot of fixed damage, like Licorice, Lestel, maybe Joshua. But if you just find yourself not highly banning those fixed damage units, then you can consider putting more Meditation Rings and Bracers on your units. As for the enchant, you'll probably be running Clock here. The others are okay, but it's really the Clock that's winning games in this current season right now. Like if you Clock Wave Whisper, and then if you like get a kill with this knockback, or if you just use it, get clocks, and then you apply random debuffs and get key dispels off, doing this again could also be very backbreaking. Just like every other unit right now, like Licorice 3C. If you clock that, your win rate dramatically increases. Alright, I think that's everything here for now. So I'll see you guys next time.